Hello people, so this is Binance AI and we are back again for week 7. That's what I'm talking about. So on our leaderboard right now, we got two very competitive people battling it out for first place. Number one at the moment is Theodore Aurora, which has been number one for quite some time in the competition, and closely chasing her is Shay Mark. So these two are actually competing and they both have 330 points as you see. So your challenge, everyone, is to try and actually beat them as well, because I'm sure you guys can. You all have just done a few challenges. Some of them have done way more challenges than you all. So anyway, let's get away from the leaderboard and let's get actually to doing it. We're going to week number 7. What are we doing in week 7, Chiefs? We're deploying and optimizing, right? So we're going to host a site on Vercel or Netlify and we're going to optimize it for performance and SEO. So remember, I already hosted my site on Vercel, I think around week 2. I think it was around this point, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm very quick when it comes to hosting. It's around week 2 or week 3, somewhere around there. But because I dig you all and I love you all, I'm gonna guide you all again how you can actually start hosting your thing, right? So there's a site called Vercel. So you're just gonna search like vercel.com. So you're just gonna like, so if you don't have an account, make an account with them. If you have an account, it looks something like this. You click here and start deploying, right? So actually another important aspect is GitHub. So before you can even start deploying here on Vercel, you need something called GitHub. So GitHub is this massive thing that basically stores code. I don't know, maybe this thing somewhere between Microsoft or some other company, but all I know, GitHub can store code and GitHub can integrate with Vercel in terms of deploying your code. So on GitHub, you would often have something like this, a homepage, which is I think what we're seeing right now. Yeah, homepage usually has whatever you have. Then on your side panel here on your right, you're gonna have your repository. So repository is like where you store your own code in a sense, right? So where you're storing your own code, that's where you're actually going to be getting your code from, basically from Vercel. So a very nice example of this, I'm going to use Charlene Makwara's basically GitHub repo. She is our number 2, by the way, in the leaderboard. This is the Charlene. So this is the thing, right? So she deployed the application on Vercel, right? So since she deployed the application on Vercel, it's more like now, okay, what exactly is she doing here on Vercel? So it's like, how did she connect it? You first have to have your application on GitHub, right, as I described, and then after that you have to be able to import it here. See how here, see this one, Planet Participation Hub. See how it's here as well in my GitHub repo, Planet Participation Hub. But I don't use this thing. I only used it just to showcase, in a sense. The last deployment even failed, imagine. So as you can see, this is where you can import your repos. I can even import her repo on top of my repo, in a sense, right? So let's import her repo on top of my repo. We're gonna see. So this is me importing her repo. Remember, I just forked her repo. So I'm gonna click deploy. It's gonna deploy. It's gonna start deploying. See when you scroll down here, it started doing some builds. You can look at these things if you want, but me, I don't even look at these things. Usually if you configure everything nicely, you don't have to look at these. But if so far for whatever reason you didn't deploy everything nicely, you'd have to hit copy and then go to ChatGPT and try your luck there. But for now, this is the deployed site we have for Charlene Mankwara. So now see the site. It's dark mode, very nice, right? So there's something I want us to look at here. We're gonna right click there, go to inspect. After going to inspect, make sure on your right side here you go to Lighthouse. So you're gonna test first for desktop, right? You can say analyze and page load. So we're just gonna wait for it to kind of like go in a. It does its whole analysis thing. Yeah. So while it does that, we'll be back. I'm gonna come to Vercel here. Gonna go to dashboard. Okay. So see here on Vercel how we're gonna be doing these all these things, build logs, you have runtime logs, you have instant rollback, so you can even roll back if you made like a bad push. So how is all this thing looking for you in like your whole deving environment? So before we go to the deving environment, we're gonna have to come here. But right now we just using Lighthouse for auditing, which is what's happening this side. Using Lighthouse for auditing. After that, we're gonna see it. Then we're gonna optimize for performance and SEO, right? So as we're gonna be basically optimizing for performance and SEO, we're gonna be making it more user friendly and basically more performance oriented in a sense, based on what the Lighthouse auditing gives us. Alright then, so pay attention. This is where the nice part actually gets in. See how SEO is at 100%. So shame on God, SEO is very fantastic. I will not lie. Best practice is 78%. Very good. Accessibility is at around 81%. The lowest thing is performance. So there were issues affecting this run on Lighthouse. Chrome extensions navigated application from the auditing. Okay, incognito mode. Maybe the page I was using on stage. Let's go to incognito and then we're gonna try the NC. Open guest mode. So let's just try it out again. So let's go to Lighthouse desktop and then let's page load. So see here, it says values are estimated may vary, performance score is calculated. So let's see how it's calculated. So these are like the official documentations for the Lighthouse stuff. I will link them down for you guys who like to read them up. So Lighthouse performance scoring. How Lighthouse calculates overall performance score. In general, only metrics contribute to Lighthouse performance score, not the results or opportunities or diagnosis. That said, improving the opportunities and diagnosis likely improve the metric values. So there is an indirect relationship. Below, we have outlined why the score can fluctuate, how it's compromised, and how Lighthouse scores each individual metric. Why your score fluctuates. A lot of variety in your overall performance score and metric values is not due to Lighthouse. When your performance score fluctuates, it's usually changes in underlying conditions. Common problems include A/B test and changes in ads being served, internal traffic routing changes, testing on different devices such as high performance desktop or low performance laptop, browser extensions that inject JavaScript and modify network requests, antivirus software. So Lighthouse documentation and variability covers this more in depth, so you guys can go over that or on your own, but this is more basically the metrics I'm looking for: the accessibility, best practices, SEO, and then performance. So we're going to try and optimize for performance in that sense as well. Alright then, so let's go back to our guest mode and see what's happening. Where's our guest mode? That's all right. We had an error. Let's analyze for mobile and see. Okay, so we have analyzed Charlene's one, and I've showed you guys one more time how to actually deploy on sites like Vercel or Netlify. So now let's go to my code base. So in my code base, I don't even know where did I end off here. What's the GitHub integration? That was week 6. So I guess I pushed this thing. Which branch am I on? I'm on week 6. Create new branch from week 6. Branch name, I'm gonna name it week 7. Alright, so we're also gonna test the viability of my sites as well. So now I'm more intrigued about my own thing. Okay, so we're gonna go look for my website now. Hey, we have no choice. Now I have to also test mine. Imagine. What if mine does worse? So I think this is mine. Yeah, it has to be mine. Simply Vercel out. Yeah, it's mine. This one doesn't have dark mode. This one is the old one. So what's the GitHub integration complete? That's the active branch apparently. The active branch I focus in. Try my changes on my notch. Fine. Steve John. Ngayon, see you. Very good. Oh, I never published this. Crazy. Pull request. So then, don't have a foot. GitHub Vercel. Okay, slow and think I'm put request on that. Open that mode. Okay, let me merge this. Confirm merge. And then I put let me merge. Nah, improve here. So send that. Eu login outra nesse tema, I'm sure. Talk more to me. Have your boss. Look at that. Better me know the functionalities. I got the laziest program ever. Yeah, and then there's a whole catalog of projects. Yeah. Just projects. Amazing. And then there's this guy here. Okay, so basically we're gonna look for my Lighthouse. See the Lighthouse, analyze page load. So we're gonna analyze my page load as well now. So we're gonna see how my Lighthouse is. Actually didn't find it. Yes, it's event. Fine. Okay, next lesson on week 8, I gotta show you guys how to put those error pages. So when the thing crashes online, it doesn't do that. See that white document thing it just showed? Yeah, it doesn't do that. Oh, yeah, this. Show you guys on week 8 how to do that. Yeah. Nah, I don't trust this guy. Yo. Hey, my metrics are off. Let me see this one. And then God. Yo. Lighthouse exposes you. It exposes you. Check with desktop and see. Still the same site, just different deployments. Different stages basically of the site. I wanna see which stage had the best one. Then I'll continue from that one. But I'm almost at week 7. Best prices is at 100%. Okay, thank you God. Thank God for that. Accessibility is at 88. My SEO is very low. Well, that's due to the link here. You see how fucked up my link. You see how my link is. My link is not. Yeah, it's not in the best order. Performance wise, I don't even know what this matrix means. But all I know is you can go look at it here. Okay, we'll go back to that. First content paint 1.3 seconds, largest content paint 1.4, 1,570 milliseconds. And what for that? Where is it going? Okay, view map. So this is the tree map for my thing. Maybe a Chrome extension, whatever, Chrome extension. It gets all the way basically down to how my site loads, how like the network speed affects it and speed of it loading basically. So insights, a large DOM can increase duration, style calculations, and layout reflection, page responsiveness. Large DOM also increase memory usage, not always DOM sites. Okay, you know what? Here's a nice thing I like about this. So remember when I made you guys set up Copilot? Just for such cases now. So now when I put in this, update my site so its SEO improves. These are some of the issues. Lighthouse fix up. Go from there and evolve my site. You have free reign over all files. Okay, let's go back to Lighthouse before we regret our choices. So this is the second thing. I'd like this thing to fix. What's the third one? Okay, just send. Okay, basically, why am I doing this? I'm showing you guys how you can now make further improvements on your site using the browser tools that are available for you. So now, what are these browser tools for? These things tell you basically whatever your site lacks and whatever your site is like. So see here how my home page is here. So this home technically would be better if it's a bit here, apparently to them. So you can use these type of tools like Lighthouse, like performance metrics. You see here, largest content painful. So you see sometimes your metrics on Lighthouse are good on some things, but they're bad on Lighthouse because Lighthouse has its own standard. So now what your homework is to find out that Lighthouse score of your site and then start making improvements on your site based on the metrics of your score. Try to at least get your scores above 65% almost on every metric here. Okay, continue. So this thing is gonna continue upgrading here. So use Copilot to kind of speed up the process of you upgrading your site. So what is this gonna give you? Basically, the skill is gonna give you the ability to, now when you're selling your website to your client, you're able to make your website compete with other powerful websites by having powerful SEO, by having strong accessibility, and by having best practices implemented on your site to ensure hackers and other people don't just impede on your website, but you're able to just be able to make a site that actually works and serves society for good. So this is not I don't want to rant on for too long. I'm just gonna keep making these changes. Gonna trust this thing. So now just gonna run it just to test how it is. npm run dev. npm tab. Oh, azimshuba asibambele kanjani ngiyambona Lighthouse khona ke lokho ngigijima ku local host ungakhohlwa ungazami excuse me ungazami kurana lokho njani Lighthouse lapha ku Chrome kanje Chrome kilokho njani kule browser le engacacile ne Edge use Chrome ufuna ukurun Lighthouse. Sibambe sineke la njani ngishintsha ngithe futhi uzubona ya lokuload lokho yabona ezongiphanishela khona lokuload engasuthi lama slideshow la eyenzeka kwenye indawo manje benzeka lana intendo ngidetector ile ndiyayihlinza site ngiyayigijima site lento sikutheni yo kodwa akusena me. What I'm gonna tell you guys is that try to at least make sure you go through why your performance is slow and much. So you see, I knew that I'm a metrics amanye performance kwamsalo. I wonder why. But the performance score had the should say average. But the 19 so that I wanna knew it. So yeah, it entertaining ish. I wanna have a slideshow among Susan. Inkinga zami kancane. Okay. Yitrimad. Yababo lento discussing ngana extension out to amakhulu. Bengasheshe ukuloada inkinga zami kancane. Disability yeah. We tend to check in danger. So this thing is best we pay so I mean you wanna never go 9 looking tint 9 thing I looking kitchen because manje iyona nto engibona ukuthi engangibanga display term size inkinga ayikho kubona kon JavaScript ongasebenzi so it's basically like that. You just gotta go through these things one by one. And then when you're done with that, you're gonna come here to Pluto Dev after pushing your thing to GitHub. Submit into our color and then try to get an unannounced. But what I post in here, see, get things of the other. So then they try. But things on my other now. I give a fit to get when I'm going in the tuber. And then tell a corner good see. 7 kahle zizobambana ku week 8. Week 8 sokusekwenzani iviki lokugcina which is going to be our final submission and reflection. So we're going to have our final portfolio link and we're going to write a reflection on progress, lessons learned, and I'm going to review you guys leaderboard ranking. And we're going to be adding an AI API to our application. No, not really like that. Yeah, exactly like that. We're going to be adding an API and we're going to be making our own little AI in our app. So this is just to round off, to give our app that little bit of fourth industrial revolution flavor. So make sure you tune in for that part as well, and make sure that you compete in the leaderboards and you become one of the top 3. Because one of the top 3 is going to be getting a very special prize at the end of everything. So people, this is Banana AI and I am signing out. Hey yo, I wanted to show you guys something before the video ends. So this is a post edit. So this is Charlene Manquara's Vercel app, and its overall score is 81% for performance, 81% for accessibility, 100% for best practice, and they have 100% for SEO. So this is an ideal website I'm looking for, at least get an 80 plus and everything. That can make you one of the very top 2% of the planet, I can say. Thank you very much though for watching. See you guys. You wanna have it? You wanna do